It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Bernard McKinney.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
with the carry on second down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
The 15-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Geis. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Geis, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
This is Geis. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was taken down by...
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Tackle made.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
To throw is Wilson. On third down, they set up the screen to Penny. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
At his 49-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He gets it in the hands of Geis. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, 4-1 Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Wilson will throw again. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Ryan Izzo, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
There defensively.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Geis. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change? And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the gun on third, Watson able to find his running back, Geis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Geis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Houston.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. He's going to go down here as sack. They push him back to the 34. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Gun, Watson. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on. And now the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Shifts by him at the 25. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, this is Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
The 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
41 Mike. Let's go, D. Mike 41.
Now Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
third down. Here's Geis. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line.
On first down, Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56. Watch the flash.
From the 38, Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Green. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Wilson, he's going to look to run with it. Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second and goal.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 7. Michael.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
Watson now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. We saw a number of good. It's been a dandy. Out of bounds after taking it a little. Back first down pickup. After that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Geis. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Texans.
Now a run with Geis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Give him 4 on the play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Ka'imi Fairbairn. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll run with Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you.
Quick throw out wide to Fuller. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. A costly mistake.
Our statistician to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one,
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.